We would like to thank everybody for coming to Neos Academy. I'm Pam Hodge. I'm the business consultant in the professional services department. And we have Lauren Root, who is, I'm going to say, our gatekeeper to our knowledge base. Lauren will be answering questions in the chat. Just remember, as we're going through things, if you have questions, make sure you hit that Q&A button, ask what questions that you have. We will take questions as we go through the process, but today we're going to talk about introduction to NeosAI, permissions, the tools, how we do extract documents, generate them, and at the end, Lauren will talk about the changes that we have to our support portal as you're navigating the Neos system. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to jump right in. We're going to get right into how you use NeosAI. Okay, so the very first thing that you want to do is when you go into Neos, you need to set permissions for everyone. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to settings. If you use staff profiles, you can use your staff profiles, or you can go to permission groups. When you go to permission groups or the staff profile, you'll select on the group that you want to turn on the AI for. Select that, and then you're going to go to special permissions. Once you hit special permissions, you're going to scroll almost all the way down to the bottom, and you'll see NeosAI. You want to make sure that it is a teal circle with the white checkbox, and this is going to activate the AI system within Neos. Once you finish that, then you're all set to start doing things with NeosAI. The NeosAI has a toolbar. So at the top of your system on the left-hand side, it says, excuse me, right side. I don't know my left from right. I didn't have my fingers up. So you go to NeosAI tools. When you hit this drop down, you're going to see you're able to generate documents with AI, analyze documents, create value entries from an invoice or a receipt, and then create a party from a photo ID or a business card. When you're looking at this, I'm going to start at the bottom and move all the way up to the top. So what we're going to do is create a party from a photo ID. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on the button that says create party from ID. Once you click here, it's going to give you an upload button. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to your desktop. You're going to grab your document that you have already saved or you have scanned, and you're going to drag and you drop. You drag it and you drop it here. Make sure when you're dropping that it's in the blue button. If not, it is going to open up a new window for you. Once you choose upload, it is going to go to analyze your document. When it's analyzing your document, it's going to extract information from the document itself. So it's going to pull the person's name, date of birth, any information that you have regarding that person that's in that document. It gives you the name, date of birth, address. It gives you all the information that you have on this person's driver's license. Once you verify the information from the driver's license correct, you want to choose the role. Always remember, in order to create a party on your tab, that you have to give it a role. Once you give the role, you hit the save button. Again, the driver's license will be analyzed. It's giving you their name, date of birth, their gender, and their address. You can do the same thing with the business card. So if you go to the NeosAI and you have the business card, you would select business card. You're going to drag and drop it, and then you hit upload. It's going to do the same thing. It will create the record for you. It's going to pull in the information and everything for you. I've been doing a lot of these trainings. One thing that people have been asking me is, what if you have the document already in your case docs? It does not analyze it that way. So what we suggest is once you scan it, you're going to drag and drop it over to create those items for you. Remember, or not remember, but once the document is there and you analyze it, if you go to your case docs, all those documents that you're scanning and uploading through creating a party is going to make a copy of those documents on the Documents tab, and it's going to identify it as a business card or photo ID. All right. Any questions about how to create a party using a business card or a photo ID? Any questions, Lauren?
Pam, can you go over how to handle it if your photo ID already exists in the Documents tab?
You have to upload it. It won't, you can't go to here and create it from here. So if you, once we get further on, you go here and you hit create the party from the document itself. So you're going to get the same options, create the party, and it's going to pull the information where it gives you their name. This was my business card. It gives you the address, the phone number, the email address, and the website. Okay.
Thank you.
Just know that when you're doing that and the document already exists in your case docs, that it must, the type must be identified as a business card or a photo ID. In order for the AI tooling to say, hey, this is what you want to do with it, it has to have the correct document type. All right, so next we're going to go to the AI tools again. You want to create value entries from an invoice, whether it is an invoice for you to pay medical records, pay your expert, or if you have the billing statement from a medical provider. You're going to hit extract value entries from an invoice. When you do that, it's going to give you an upload. And notice once I hit that, it takes us to the value tab. I'm going to go grab my medical bill and I'm going to drag and I'm going to drop it. Make sure it's blue. Once you do that, you're going to hit upload. Again, once you're uploading, it is going to analyze the document. And because we are uploading an invoice, it is going to extract each one of the entries from the document that I have uploaded. We have two options. Here, you can create one value entry per record. So if I wanted it to create one value entry, I turn on the button here. Once I do that, it gives me my options to choose my value code and my provider. I would just select that and choose my value code here. It's medical. And then I get to choose my provider. And then I hit select. And when I hit select, I can hit save. So when I hit save, it is going to create one entry for me for the 5558. And again, that document that I uploaded, if I go to my case docs, it uploads that document here for you. And it's going to identify it as an invoice. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to do the same thing again. If I go back to my AI tools, create value entry from an invoice, I'm going to drag and drop this back over here and I'm going to upload it again. Why am I doing it a second time? I'm doing it a second time because I want to show you that if you want AI to take that one document and create entries for each one of the lines that were on that provider's statement, I select all three and I go here to the top. I know that they're all medical. Select medical. And then I select my provider, if I can spell. Once I select that and hit apply, it puts the value code and my provider. Now I have my blue save button. Once I hit the blue save button, it is going to create a value entry for each one of the ones that I just uploaded. If I go back to my case docs tab, it's going to do the same thing. It's going to upload that document again because I uploaded it another time. If you notice, the name of my document, it has been the same, but each time I uploaded it, it puts another number behind it. That way it identifies it special. So if I was to select on this document, it is going to open up my document for me. And there is the record that I've been using as an example, and it has 3 entries. I know it's really hard to see in this screen, but if I bring it in even closer, it's kind of blurry, but you see that it has 3 entries with a total of 5880, I think it is. All right. Any questions about how to create value entries using upload from an invoice? And it would be the same example when it comes to receipts. If you have a receipt, it will do the same thing.
So Richard had asked, where are you dragging your documents from?
I just have a folder on my desktop where if I was scanning in my documents, I have a scan folder and I would drag and drop from my folder itself. So what I'm going to do is I can bring my little folder over here, and these are all the documents that I'm using for this presentation. So you would have, a folder on your desktop to drag and drop your documents over.
Great. Do you have a moment for one more question?
Sure.
Okay, so Christopher had asked, do the PDFs need to be OCR'd in advance?
No, they do not need to be OCR'd in advance. So what happens is when you're using the AI tooling, it is going to do the OCRing for you for the analyzation part. All right. Okay. So now let's talk about how do you analyze documents that may already be in your system. If you go to the NeosAI tools up here and you select here, you can analyze. So if you use this button here, it is going to create a value entry for you. And then you would just hit the folder button, go to your desktop or wherever you have your document saved, and then drag it in. Now, if you do it this way, to me, it's a few extra steps, but that's just my personal opinion. So I like the drag and drop. So if I go back to my folder where I have my documents at, I can drag and I can drop it over. So once I'm dropping over, it turns blue and I'm going to let it go. Here, it's going to give me the name of the document. If I need to rename this document, I can rename the document just like you were normally uploading documents. This is a deposition. If I use categories, I get to choose my categories. And then if I have tags, I can add my tags. But what I want to do is I want to analyze this deposition with AI. So I'm going to turn this button on and then I hit save. When I hit save, what's going to happen is the AI is going to go in there and do an abstract summary. So when I'm talking an abstract summary, it's going to look at the document as a whole, and it's going to give me a key summary of what the entire document is. You have 3 options: short, medium, and long. Short, you get up to 5 sentences. Medium, you get up to 10 sentences. And long, you get up to 15 sentences. When you're using it this way, by default, the program's going to give you a medium summary. So once you're uploading it and it's finished doing the extraction, you see the document got uploaded. Once it's complete, you're going to see the complete button down here. So I'm going to close this, and then I'm going to double click and open up the detail record that just created. When I go here, it's going to give me my overview abstract summary, and then it's going to give you detailed information that's in the document itself. You still have your normal fields that are associated with your document type, deposition. And then if you go to related fields, you have what's dynamic forms. So if you have this set up where you want to pull out key information because it's a deposition, you can create those dynamic forms. Those dynamic forms are created in settings. So if I go here to settings and go to my dynamic forms layout manager, I get to choose that. So if I hit this drop down, I get to choose information that I want to create. So for example, I'm going to go here to medical condition. Some of these are already pre-built out for you with the AI, but you have the option to create others for you. So here in my dynamic form, my medical condition is going to give me a diagnosis, a date, condition qualifiers, body structures, family relations, and course. If I want to add another field to this layout, I'm just going to go here and I can choose a section, I can choose a paragraph, or I can choose a header. So once I decide what I want to add to this section, I can just create that. So if I go here and I say test, and let's say that what I'm wanting to bring in is this test field, I can grab it and drag it over, or I can make sure that it's selected and then hit the plus key. When I hit the plus key, it's going to bring this field over here for me. And then all I have to do is hit save. So what does that do for me? It allows the AI to pull in extra information based off of the information that I'm asking AI to give us. Now I'm going to go back over here to my case. And then we're going to look at a medical document that I had previously uploaded. So if I go over here to a medical record, so if I go here, medical record example, and I have dragged and I've dropped the medical document over, it will allow me to see the additional dynamic forms that I was just showing you. So if I go here to related items, these are my dynamic forms. So it went to that medical record and it's going to pull out all my examinations, general information that I want to see, my medical conditions, my medication, and then treatment that is in those records. All right. Any questions with that before we move on, Lauren?
Yes. Christopher has asked, will the AI understand if you have had an info request set up and add a linked records document on the user-defined tabs?
So you're talking about the records request tab, for example, and you have documents here
He says
and
yes.
you attach those documents down here.
Yes.
All right. So if I go, so like here's a record that's here. If I go and hit my three dots, I can analyze with NeosAI. When I do that, I want to say that it is a medical record. So the AI knows that to analyze it using the medical record enhancement. So I say medical record. I get to choose the link that I want. It's going to extract the information and then I hit extract. Once I do that, as long as I use that medical record delineation, that's what I want AI to use, it's going to extract that information for me. So now that the AI has extracted it, and once I get my complete button here, we'll go into this record and we'll open it up and we'll see those same fields. Now, the document that I use, notice it's a Word document. So AI will do this information from Word documents, PDF documents, documents. It's going to pull that information. So if I double click on this, and it's going to pull up my detailed records, because and notice because I opened it up before it's finished, it's not giving me my information. So just make sure that it says complete here before you try to go look at this information because it's still looking for the information out of the documents.
And we have one more quick question about dynamic forms.
Sure.
Christopher also asked, are you able to use Neo's advanced search reporting to pull in the dynamic form fields in a report?
Yes, so you would do that from advanced search and then use the those fields to pull into a report. All right. Okay. So I'm going to go back to my case docs tab. And again, I'm just going to go over the information when you're trying to, create summaries through AI. Now, notice that you see this teal circle with white checkbox. It says AI extracted. If I was to hit this 3 dots, it's not going to give me the option to analyze through AI because AI has already initially analyzed it, but it does tell me that I can create a value entry from this medical bill. Now, if I scroll down and I choose, let's see, I'm going to choose this one. So when I hit this, because AI has already analyzed it, I don't have an option to analyze it. Now, if I go to a document that has not been analyzed by AI, I hit my 3 dots and it would allow me to analyze it. Okay. Analyze with NeosAI. I'm going to choose what type of document. It's a medical record. I get to choose my summary and then hit extract. Once I do that, it does its thing. It goes and analyzes the document. It's going to give you a summary. Once it's complete, you will see the checkbox over here, and then you'll see that it's completed here. Now, if I double click and open up this document, you're going to see your document summary here. And then if I go here to my related items, it's going to give me my examination, general, medical conditions, and then treatment. Notice this one does not have anything about medication because that document did not talk about anything regarding medication. All right. Next, we're going to talk about generating documents using NeosAI. When you're generating documents using NeosAI, you have to make sure that your template is set up with the AI tags. So there is a KB article that has information regarding inserting your AI tags. It's very similar. Well, not similar. It's exactly the same way as if you're creating tags on a general template. So I have the system pre-built with a demand template already. So I'm going to go here to generate NeosAI, and I get my same options as if I was generating documents in general. So if I go here and select AI demand template, it's going to give me my preview, and then I hit next. When I hit next, I get the same fields that I had before. I get to rename my demand. The type's going to be demand, and if I have a category, I can choose my category. Once I hit next, this is the window and the information that you're going to choose to create your document. The very first thing you want to think about, what is the tone of the document, or what's the tone of the demand letter? So with this, I hit my drop down. I have standard, formal, casual, demanding, or less demanding. Because it's a demand letter, I'm going to choose demanding. And what is the length of my demand? Short, medium, or long? I'm going to stay in the middle and say a medium demand. Now, you have a couple of options. You can select the information in each one of the 5 sections and then generate all sections at one time, or you can choose your information in each of the sections and generate each section as you're going through. Now, under the demand introduction, you want to choose your parties, so whoever is associated with the case. And then by default, it's going to pull data from the case tab, your firm data, and the party data. So NeosAI is going to go grab information from these data sources, and then it's going to generate a demand introduction. So once you hit generate, it's going to generate this section for you. As the pop-up says, it can take up to 5 minutes for the demand section to generate. But if you notice, that was like less than a minute that it created this introduction for you. And it just identifies who the client is, what type of accident it is, or what type of case it is. this information is coming from the case data. Just know that it pulled who your firm name is from the firm data, and it pulled the party from the party data. Now, if I go down to the next section, demand, facts, and liability, you're going to choose the insurance company or companies that's associated with it. You're going to choose your party. And then here, I'm going to add some additional data sources. So when you hit the data sources, it's based off of the tabs that are in this case. So I know that I put my accident info data on the accident info tab. I have specific user fields on my case tab that pulls in more of my data. So once I choose that information, I can generate this section to pull in my demand, facts, and liability. So I can hit generate. Again, it's going to tell you it can take up to 5 minutes for this section to generate, depending on, what their server capacities are. If I scroll down while I'm waiting for this section to complete, I'm going to go and start talking about my injuries and my treatment. Again, I am going to choose my parties. I am going to choose my insurance companies. And then by default, it's going to pull those same thing, your case data, your insurance data, and your party data. But I want AI to go to my accident info and pull information from there. I have some information on my user tab. I'm on the case info tab under user data. But I know that anything that has to do with my treatment, medical treatment, and stuff like that, I have that information on the records request tab. So I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to choose record request. Once I choose records request, you will note that another section is going to populate after party before data sources. So once I select this, I get my drop down. This is where I get to go choose what treatment that I want to be included in this. So I can go here and choose all of my sources of all the treatment that is affiliated with this demand. Once I select that, I can hit generate. Once I hit generate, it is going to generate this section. And if you notice that it pulled in my facts and liability, it pulls in information from the tabs and stuff like that. If I wanted to say, hey, I don't want to call out that my client was on her cell phone and was not wearing a seatbelt. So I want to pull that out because I don't want to bring that to somebody's attention. I can go here to additional instructions and tell them remove cell phone usage and seatbelt information. So AI went ahead and grabbed the information from the case, but now I'm telling AI, go back and regenerate this section because I don't want to pull that information out, or I don't want to call that to somebody's attention. Once I add additional information, it's telling me that this AI section is in change mode. If I want to make these changes, I hit generate again, and it's going to regenerate this section for me. So now that we come back here, now it's telling me that my injuries and treatments are here. So it pulled the information out and pulled all of the treatment information that I asked AI to go get. Now, when I go to my demand damages, same thing. You're going to choose your parties. You're going to choose your insurance companies. And I know that in my system, that on the value tab is where I would put lost wages, I put medical bills, I put lien. So I want AI to go there and get this information. So I hit my drop down and I scroll down to value data. When I hit value data, it is going to bring that next field in for me for it to bring in information and I want it to bring in case expenses. I want it to bring in lost wages. I want it to bring in medical information, property damage, PIP, whatever that scenario is. I'm going to tell AI to go get that information and put that in this damages section. Once I choose that, I hit generate. Once I hit generate, it's going to go get that information for me. Now, if I scroll back up here where I told AI to get rid of some stuff, it's still trying to generate. So we'll have to come back. Now, the last part is my demand settlement. This is where I'm demanding them pay me a certain amount of money. So I'm going to choose my insurance companies. I'm going to choose my parties. And if you're a firm that puts settlement information on the value tab, you can bring in the value tab as well. But I don't put settlement amounts there. What I want it to do is I want in my settlement demand, I want it to ask for policy limits. So I'm going to say settle within policy limits. Once I do that and I generate this section, it is going to generate this section. So AI is going in there and it is generating all my sections for me. I can go back and look to see anything that I want to remove, and I can double check as to what's going on here. Once all 5 sections are completed, it'll say 5 of 5. And once all sections are completed, I can generate my document. Please note that once you hit generate document, you cannot go back in and change any of these sections. Why is that? It's because the way our AI works, it does not keep any data once you generate something. So yes, AI is going to your cases, finding all the information. It's going to generate each one of these sections. But once you hit generate document, AI basically dumps that information and does not retain that. All that is governed by Azure within their policies, where we do not keep any of that data in the system. So once you hit generate document, what happens is you're going to get this pop-up. You will get this pop-up every single time. Essentially, this is telling you this document is being generated by artificial intelligence. It is your responsibility to verify that the information is correct, and that once you continue here, it becomes your work product, and you have to make sure that it's where you want it to be. So once I hit accept and continue, it is going to go generate my demand letter for me. Once the demand letter gets finished, I can open the document, and it is at this point is just a Word document. So I can go in there, manipulate it, make any changes, anything like that, I can do with any Word document. Again, this is just a test database. You can pull in your header, and you can make any changes that you want to this document once it merges, because at this point, this is your work product, and AI just went in there and gathered the information for you. Any questions about how to generate a document using NeosAI?
There are no questions.
No questions. Well, that's a good thing. All right. Does anybody have any questions about NeosAI in general? How to upload documents, how to analyze documents, or create?
We have Lynn, who is saying that she is not able to see her Neos AI special permission.
Okay. So Lynn, we would need to make sure that you're an admin in Neos. So again, what we're going to do is we're going to go here to settings. When I go to settings, you go to special group permissions or go to your staff profile. So I'm going to go to permission groups. I'm going to select on the group that I want to turn the AI for. and turn on group special permissions, and you're going to scroll all the way down to the bottom. Lynn, are you able to do that?
We are waiting.
Okay. All right. Does anybody else have any other questions? No?
There are no other questions at this time.
Well, that's a good thing. Well, one thing I will like to let everybody know that our marketing team and the sales department is running a promo right now. If your firm is not currently using NeosAI, you can contact your customer success manager and set up for a 3-month promo where you get to try out all the platinum features within AI. I mean, within Neos. That will include Neos AI, Intake Pro, texting, and it gives all the advanced or the extra features in Neos at one flat price. If you would want a demo or like to speak to somebody, you can email customer success at assemblysoftware.com, and somebody from the customer success team will get with you to set up a demo. The cost, Stephen, would be the customer success managers will be able to go over that with you. I'm not sure what the promo is right now, but you will be able to talk to them about that. All right. Well, if there are no questions, I am going to flip over and I'm going to stop sharing, and I'm going to let Miss Lauren share, and she's going to go over the sales portal. She is going to go over the support portal and talk about some new things that we're doing with the KB articles and our support.
Okay, thank you so much, Pam. All right, so I'm going to take you through the support portal and some of the changes like Pam mentioned. So just as an example, I am in Miss Kenzie Doger's case, and I have the case documents tab selected, and we're going to just start triggering the very first step of generating a document with Neos AI. And I already have one open. But as you can see, or as you may have already seen, now the document generation is in its own tab, of course, allowing you to navigate throughout Neos and make use of your time while this is getting set up. So while we're in the document generation tab, if I go ahead and click the question mark, you may have seen now this pop-up comes up. And what this is suggested articles based on where I currently am in Neos. So in this case, I'm on the document generation tab, which is available for AI, but also for the standard document generation as well. So you can see here that I have generate documents with Neos AI, as well as the standard generating new documents with this process as well. So let's say I go ahead and click this link. This will open up in a new tab in my browser with this exact article listed here. But if I go back here and I click this again, I can also access tutorial videos about this exact topic. So again, I can access the Neos AI document generation and watch a video on that. And the great thing is we're only opening the one tab. So we're not going to clutter up your browser with multiple tabs open. And then you can just go back here when you want to return. Of course, we still have access to the support portal. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. And again, it opens up in that same tab, not cluttering up your screen. Just as a reminder, we have our What's New pane. This does fly out. It has been made an update to this panel, and it'll have that blue circle right now. I've already clicked it, so you're not seeing it, but this information is really important regarding all of our maintenance releases, our standard releases, access to our change log, which is that running list of all the changes we've made to Neos. And one of the great things about that change log, even though it is a little bare bones, is you can do like a Control F and search for any changes that we've made in the past, and just click enter throughout, and you'll be able to see all those changes. Okay, and to close that, you can just click anywhere outside of that pane. We, of course, have those FAQs. These are our top viewed our top 5 viewed articles for Neos. So clicking this will take you right to the knowledge base with that selected article in your present view. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at the knowledge base. I just clicked knowledge base there. And again, opens in that separate view. So as you can see, we have over 800 articles. It's changing daily, weekly, definitely all the time. So keep tabs on this and take a look to see the latest information. And just so you know, we often get like over 1,000 views every week. So this is really a heavily viewed. And if you're not taking advantage, I really urge you to take a look at this content here. So as you can see, we have this top level Neos, 831 articles within Neos. But if you click that caret icon to your left, you'll see all the categories that are associated where those articles live. So Pam was just talking about AI. So if I click that top level of AI, I see there are 20 articles there, and all 20 are listed here. But if I click that next level caret, I can really drill down and see where those articles live inside of the AI category. So you can see all the articles related to documents, dynamic forms, etc. So definitely make use of this. And also another thing to call out is we have this view by right here, this drop down. I like to set it to last updated. This way, the most recently updated articles are at the very top. You can also set it to most viewed, and that'll show you the heavily viewed articles by all other firms that use Neos. So that might be a great resource for you as well. And also, as an example, if there is an article that you know that you're going to use often, you can access that article number. So this search, and so I'm just going to bring this over here so you can see both options here. We do have this search on the support portal, but I myself like to use the search inside the knowledge base because this will search the knowledge base as well. But right here is when you search, just as an example, for like documents, it will the total number where documents lives. But then if you drill down, you'll be able to see in where documents lives in all of these different categories. So you can see here that I mentioned documents in these different 18 articles, and maybe this is what you're looking for within NeosAI, as opposed to just searching blankly throughout and not really knowing where those articles derive. So that is a really great resource. So if you want to find the article number, and if this is an article that you use often, you can access it by clicking that print icon there. And you're not going to print it, but if you see here in the URL, right here with the article ID, it's just that it's either going to be a 3 or a 4-digit number. You can just jot that down. And then while you are searching, navigating through, and you're within different articles, you can just type in that article number and it will come up with that information. So just a quicker way you want to take a look at. And so one example might be, for example, since we were just on generate documents, this is a really great resource. It takes you through the entire process of generating documents with NeosAI. So if, for example, this is an article you'll definitely want to refer back to often, you'll just click that print icon and then be able to, if I can move it, access this article number right here. And that's 2002 in case you are looking. Okay, so I think that about covers it for this exact knowledge base here. I'm going to close this window and let's bring you back briefly over to the support portal. Just a few call outs. So the ideas and enhancements are a really great resource. If there's something that you really would like to see as a feature inside Neos, but it's just not available yet, you can click here and that will take you to the ideas and enhancements portal where you can suggest a new idea if it doesn't already exist, or you can add a vote to an existing idea. And we have an article 1784 with instructions on how to do both of these options. So it'll walk you through the process and help us make Neos even better. We also have our What's New page here, and this details all the information about all of our prior releases and our upcoming releases. Actually, no, just our prior ones. I got confused there for a second. Our releases that just have happened. And so what I want to call out specifically is that you have the access to either sign up for the webinar if it's upcoming, or if it's past, then you can access the link to watch the webinar, the new in Neos webinar that we do, where we kind of go through this entire list. And it's a really great resource. It talks about all the features. There's short video tutorials going through each of the areas that are involved in the release. So definitely take a look there. Again, our Neos University is a wonderful tool to become a certified Neos user. We have 2 courses currently for beginner user and administrator, but we also have new courses on the way. So those will be coming very soon. And then you'll get a Credly badge. And the great thing about that also is it's completely free and you can take it all in your own time. So it saves your progress, and then you'll get a nice Credly badge that you can put on your social media. The Learning Hub is really also a wonderful resource. This has all of the video tutorials that we cover on different areas, like I showed you before with document generation, document summary, all areas inside Neos. Plus, we also have all of our Neos Academies all loaded here as well. So if there's one from another category that maybe you weren't able to attend or to sign up for, take a look here because all this information is available for you. And we also have our on-demand webinars as well, highlighting different integrations and features here as well. And then last but not least, if you, of course, have any other questions and you just need to reach out to us, you can click Get Support here or Get Support up on the top right. And you'll just want to fill in the required fields with the red asterisks here. Tell us about your issue, click Submit, and then one of our very talented support staff will get in touch with you and help you diagnose the issue that you're having. Okay, I think that about covers it there. I am going to minimize this and go here from my current slide.
Lauren, there's a couple of
Oh,
questions
sure.
about the
Yes.
support portal stuff.
Okay, yes.
So Chris has 3 questions. First one, will the changelog ever have all the hot fixes details that seem to occur?
I believe that
Under what's new? So if you go under what's
oh,
new,
this, you're talking about this.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yes, so the changelog does have information about the maintenance releases, but if there are specific hot fixes for which your firm has reported to support and your support agent has communicated that number with you, then once that is fixed, your support agent will reach out to you and let you know personally that it has been fixed, and just to confirm on your side that you see that it's been corrected.
Okay. Will there ever be a time where the article number is added to the top of the knowledge base article?
Oh, that's a great question. I don't believe at this time. I really wish that that would be, and that is a wonderful suggestion. I will pass that along to those people that handle that. But of course, you can always access the article number from print. And I know it's a few extra clicks, but at least this way you have access to it from here.
Okay. And then the last one, will the knowledge base ever be a full web page outside of our application?
Um, as of now, no, but there could be something in the future. I'm not sure, but as of now, it is staying in this window.
Okay, that's it.
All right, awesome. I am going to minimize this and I will bring that up and I'll pass it back to you, Pam.
Okay. Looks like we have all questions answered. Does anybody want me to go back over any of the information that we went through in the webinar, or does anybody have any other questions? No? All right. So I know earlier somebody had asked about what were all the options for the Neos Platinum. So right now, like I said, we're introducing the Neos AI Platinum, and in that you will get access to the AI features. You'll get access to text messaging. you'll get access to advanced analytics, and you have the option to add Ring Central or Zoom phones. There is cost recovery and DocuFiler. So if anybody would like to get the Platinum AI promo that's going on, where you get 3 months at no cost for your firm to try it, you can reach out to your customer success manager if you know who that person is, or you can send an email to customersuccess@assemblysoftware.com. All right, well, we'll stay on for another minute or two, but if nobody has any other questions or nobody wants us to go back over anything, we want to thank everybody for attending the NEOS Academy. And remember to sign up for the Academy each month. We do send out the notices inside the NEOS application. So all you would have to do is click the button to register. Always remember, everybody's schedule always changes. Make sure you sign up for them if you can attend. Once the audio has been downloaded and ready for what we call prime time, you will get an email with the recording. All right, well, if nobody else has any questions, we're going to say have a good afternoon, and we're going to give everybody 8 extra minutes back of their day. And if there's anything else we can do, please reach out to us. And as always, if you have any issues or any questions, you can always contact our support team. Thanks, guys. Y'all have a great afternoon.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Lauren.